welcome to another episode of the Expat Adventure. I am Can You Dig It? And this is the cat.
Meow.
We are in Santa Fe, and we are currently on the side of a mountain.
Kings of the mountain!
That doesn't narrow it down very much, because if you're anywhere near Santa Fe in Panama, you're on the side of a mountain. That's the way it works here. We are about to leave Santa Fe. And where are we going next?
Penonomé.
We are going to Penonomé. Penonomé. It's between here and Anton de Valle. That's a place we would really like to check out, but we have a week to kill, and we heard one recommendation from one person that Penonomé might be a nice place. There might be something to check out there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend a week in Penonomé and see what there is to see. So we are going to Penonomé. To the teabagger. Hello, we're in Penonomé. This is a nice little town.
City,
bustling population, around 23,000 people, I think, somewhere in there. Elevation's around 700 feet. So it's kind of warm. Yeah, windy season. It's been breezy. Yeah.
This is the central city for this province.
Yeah, this is the capital city of this province. Yeah, it's a nice little town. You can get pretty much anything you need here. There's a mall, shopping center, grocery store, decent grocery store. Yeah, and we are in Central Park. I'll show you the Central Park. This is the park. I imagine there are other parks around here, but
we haven't found them yet.
It's pretty common in Panama, in cities, to have, several parks that just take up one city block. So
it's kind of cool. I like it.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, I told her before that if we go out exploring, I'd be perfectly content on a really hot day just to go from park to park and just sit down and cool off before we walk to the next park. If we're walking across town, just stop at all the parks and cool off. Yeah, so it's a good hangout. It's cute. It's about 6:30 in the morning right now, and people are already lounging in the park. It looks like about half of the people hanging out here are Mormons. So that's funny.
We spent 2 hours driving around in the mountains yesterday around here.
Yep. If you go outside of town, there are roads that take you up, into the mountains, but the elevation gets up to about 1,000 feet. Not much more than that, as far as we can tell, and that's by driving an hour out of town. But it's a beautiful area. Outside of town there, you go into the mountains, you feel like you're in the mountains. You see mountains everywhere. It's gorgeous. Let's talk about gas stations in Panama. Probably, I'd say 65% of the gas stations are full service.
I'd say it's more than that.
It might be more than that, but we've seen several that are self-service, but it's a normal thing here, is full service gas stations. And when I go into a full service gas station, I'm ready to get gas, and you got to wait around for an attendant, so I don't really see the point. Like, it just takes longer. But if you find self-service gas stations, some of the pumps don't have the card reader, so I don't know what to do. Went to one that had a card reader yesterday, and I don't know how to use it. I mean, I can make out a lot of the writing, but it just wouldn't take my card for whatever reason. So it was confusing. So you might...
Probably because you have one of the fancy chip cards and it's only a slide reader, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand. So far, even though it's kind of a nuisance to use full service, that's apparently the way to go, I guess. But so yeah, when you ask for gas, there's 91 octane and 95 octane, and 91 is the basic normal gas that people generally get. So 91 todo, por favor. That's how you ask for gas. Today is Saturday. We have been here for 5 days, 4 or 5 days.
5.
Here in Penonomé. Yeah, it's a cute little town. There's a casino right behind me.
It's a cute little town. It's the capital of this province. It's a city. It's a city.
It's a cute little town. Yeah, there was no power today for about half a day or so. No power in Penonomé and no power in like 8 little towns in the surrounding area. Why was that? Why did we lose power?
It took me a while to find it, but I finally found a tweet from the energy company here saying the service outage is due to a rooster coming in contact with the line.
Yes, a rooster
touched the power poles.
Touched the power line in the wrong way and knocked out power for 9 towns, including the capital of this province.
For half the day.
For half a day. Isn't that
Fried
cool?
chicken.
Fried chicken.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's one thing you got to deal with in Panama. Occasionally the power goes out, much more frequently than it does in the United States.
Much more frequently.
I lived in Newaygo, small town USA, out in the boonies, and in 5 years I think we lost power, well, a couple of times. I think it was only once for more than an hour. So, yeah, it's much more frequent here.
We've had power outages for half a day or longer at least a dozen times in the past 5 months.
Sure.
At least.
But we sort of expected that going into it. You're going to lose power sometimes if you live in Panama. Deal with it. Sometimes you're going to lose power because of a chicken. This place right behind us, that's an eco market. See? It's an eco market.
Your head's in the way.
My head's in the way. That's an eco market. We just found that place. I'll tell you about that in a minute. It's kind of noisy here. So, we've seen eco markets before and sort of got the impression it was something like a Whole Foods where, everything is organic, expensive. But that's not the deal. Apparently, eco is referring to economical and referring to prices. It looks like they sort of cater to people who like to buy things in large quantities, in bulk, which we like to do.
It's kind of like PriceSmart without the membership fees.
Right. It's a smaller version of PriceSmart.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're going to do some shopping in Panama and you have an eco market somewhere near you, it's worth checking out, it looks like. So there.
Definitely.
Eco market. We're going to scope it some more. So there you have it. That is Penonomé. We've been here for close to a week now, and yeah, it's a nice little town. You can get stuff here, but we're not settling here.
It's too hot,
It's
and
too
it's a
hot.
city.
It's
It
too
doesn't
hot.
really have much going for it, in my opinion.
So, yeah, cute place to be. Don't want to live there. So that is it for this week's episode of the Expat Adventure. I'm Can You Dig It? And this is the Cat.
Meow.
Signing off. We will see you next time on the Expat Adventure.